So let us begin our journey to Amazon Web Services. Okay. And all right, as I said, the course that we are taking up right now, its name is AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate Exam, and it's going to test your knowledge of implementation. Yeah, implementation and best practices of various Amazon services and their management. Okay. So having said that, who is this certification aimed at? It is for project managers, business analysts, project team members, and solution architects. All right. So let us get into the certification exam overview. Like after training, most of you will be willing to write an exam for AWS, and let me give you a brief overview. How does the certification exam looks like? Total number of exam questions are subject to change. There is going to be approximately 60 to 70 questions, and they are subject to change. It will be 80 minutes exam. Passing score is subject to change, and we can always take the exam at www.webassessor.com/AWS. So when I say that passing score is subject to change, what I mean by that? It follows bell curve. Okay, so anything you have scored between 65 to 70% is considered as good score. Okay, so your aim should be to achieve anything between 65 to 70%. Okay, so if you have managed to score anything between this, 99.9% of the times you have cleared the exam. All right, so that is one thing. And cloud computing. All right, so cloud computing, we are talking about AWS specifically, that is Amazon Web Services. So let me give you an example. In the year 2000, Sachin Tendulkar was playing against South Africa. Okay, now there is a very famous website called ESPN Crick Info. Average number of users back then in 2000 on ESPN Crick Info were 5 million. But when Sachin Tendulkar broke the record against South Africa, the average number of users grew from 5 million to 45 million. As a result, the website crashed. Okay. Now, had it been on cloud computing, it would have followed certain principles like elasticity. So elasticity means adding more number of servers whenever the demand is high. Okay, and scaling is another factor that comes into picture, that is auto scaling. We can scale out and scale in depending on our requirement. So cloud computing follows elasticity, cloud computing follows scaling as well. Okay, now it follows virtualization. So virtualization is creation of virtual rather than actual version of something. It can be an operating system, server, storage devices, or network resources. All right. So having said this, let me talk up something about AWS, that is Amazon Web Services. So the core topic that we are dealing with right now. All right. AWS is the market leader. It shares around 27% of the market. Okay, so 27% market is dominated by AWS cloud market. Then we have 10% being dominated by Microsoft, around 7% by IBM. Now IBM is lagging behind, and we can say Google Cloud Platform has taken over IBM. All right. And if we talk about the clients of AWS, we have Reddit, Netflix, NASA, Expedia, Obama campaign, Pinterest, Kempinski Hotels, CIA, Netflix, Infer. So these are the clients of AWS. AWS has more than, I would say, 10 million customers now, including more than 600 government federal agencies like FBI, CIA, NASA, White House, and many other government agencies. Okay, so this is one feature of AWS. So we are at the right place learning AWS technology because it is the market leader. All right. Now, AWS was officially launched in the year 2006. Okay, the first service was Simple Queue service, and later EC2 was launched, that is Elastic Compute Cloud. All right, so AWS was officially launched in year 2006. AWS dominates cloud computing, yet nearly 2/3 of Americans don't know what it is, but awareness has grown over the past few months, I would say. So not only Americans, more and more people around the globe are getting aware about what AWS is. Okay, so the cloud has been adopted by nearly 90% of businesses, and cloud market way back in 2015 was $40 billion, and I would say $241 billion is the target that should be achieved by 2020 only. Okay, forget about 2025. $241 billion is something that is attainable by 2020 itself. All right, now this is the global infrastructure of AWS. Okay, data centers in around 16 regions. Okay, 11, I would say, let me rectify it to 16, because Amazon keeps on adding new regions every month or so. So right now there are 16 regions, including one in India as well. We have in Mumbai, we have in Singapore, Frankfurt, Ireland, Canada, Ohio, Oregon, Northern Virginia, Northern California, and so around 16 regions are there across the world, and with data centers in more than 190 countries, as in the businesses in 190 countries use AWS. Okay, so that is some good to know information about AWS. And okay, so my mistake, I'm in 11 regions, 16 regions, and in 16 regions they have around 42 data centers. Okay, in 16 regions they have around 42 data centers. Yeah, that's the correct statistics. And in 190 countries the businesses run on AWS. Okay, any questions you have, you can interrupt me in between, you can ping me on chat, you can unmute yourself and talk to me, and I will make sure your question gets answered. Okay, now, so AWS is earning about 1.6 billion per year. 6 billion, I'm sorry, 6 billion per year, with 1.5 billion in revenue in Q1 of 2015 alone. So it was 2 years back. I would say by 2017 it would have very well doubled. So if we want to check it out, this information, we can go here that is Google, and uh, AWS revenue for 2017. Okay, so it has doubled. AWS posts $3.53 billion in revenue in quarter 4 of 2006, up 47% from last year. So we can imagine how fast AWS is growing year by year. All right. So, okay, and that is now the best part about AWS is they have documented each and everything. So I go to aws.amazon.com/documentation, and I can see that they have documented each and every service. So we have EC2 container service, VPC, Elastic Beanstalk, Lambda, scaling, load balancing, everything there is a document. So people quite often ask me like what is the best study material for AWS, and I tell them to refer something that comes straight away from the horse's mouth. Now this is what I call the authentic material. Okay, this is what will give you the most genuine information on the whole internet. Okay, so aws.amazon.com/documentation. Let me ping you over the chat so that each one of you get the link. Okay, now other than that we have forums. So everything comes with /. So I want to check out forums, and the link is forums.aws.amazon.com. You have any query, any question, you can post here and you will get a reply from one of the Amazon experts. And apart from this, we also have this certification link I have already shared with you. So the best part about AWS is it is documented very well. Okay, it is documented really well, and aws.amazon.com, because every day is a new day, we have the news coming every single day. So the last news was on February 1. Amazon API Gateway is now available in the Europe, London AWS region. Okay, so what do we mean by that? If I check out this link, if I go to Google and type AWS Global Infrastructure, okay, and I open up this first link, it gives me the whole lot of things like what AWS is all about. So as I said a few minutes back, 42 data centers with 16 geographic regions around the world, and 5 more availability zones and 2 more regions coming online throughout the next year, that is 2017. Okay, this is how the global infrastructure looks on the world map. So in Northern Virginia we have 5 data centers. In India we have 2 data centers in Mumbai. Then we have 2 data centers in Singapore. We have 3 data centers somewhere in, which part is this? Australia or something? Yeah, might be. Okay, so let me show you the number of regions. Before doing that, if I scroll down, okay, regions, so all these yellow marked portions are regions, and number denotes the number of availability zones. We will talk about it in detail. And these white areas means new regions coming soon. So we are going to have a new region in Paris and Ningxia. Okay, so all right. If I go to this link, this gives me what all services are available in which region. So I want to check Asia Pacific. I stay in India and I'm more interested to know what's happening in my data center, which is Mumbai. Okay, so there are services like CloudWatch service is available in all the places: Singapore, Tokyo, Sydney, Seoul, Mumbai, Beijing. However, it is if we talk about some other service like API gateway, Amazon API gateway is not available in Mumbai, neither in Beijing. So this news was talking that API gateway is now available in the Europe, London, AWS region. Okay, so if I check Europe, in London, we have Amazon API gateway now available. All right, so a little bit of cloud computing and we can also discuss types of cloud computing models. Okay, so we have software as a service, that is CRM packages and ERP packages, platform as a service. Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Dheeraj, just one question. What is edge location? Because I was reading the material and there was one term coming edge location. So is there any, is availability zone and edge location, are they the same thing?
No, availability zones are the data centers which are owned by Amazon. Amazon is the owner. Edge location, on the other hand, is the third-party data center. Okay, they are owned by the companies like Tata, Reliance. Okay, so the whole idea behind edge location, we are going to have a separate class called CloudFront, and we will discuss edge location completely in CloudFront. So the whole idea behind edge location is to expedite, reduce the latency would be the right word. Reduce the latency. Let us say there is a website which is hosted in United States and I'm sitting in India. So the web content will first be delivered to one of the edge locations in India, and from that edge location it will be delivered to my computer. So the whole latency will be very much reduced. Okay, so what Amazon has done, it has tied up with several third-party data centers called edge location, and they operate from there. Okay, so
Thank you.
I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So more details we will be looking into the CloudFront topic. Now, platform as a service is majorly for software developers. They come, they perform coding, and they do not have to worry about things like elastic load balancing, auto scaling, and hardware provisioning, what kind of hardware is being used. They are good at writing the codes, right? So their job will be to upload the application on the cloud, and rest everything will be taken care by Amazon. So one such application in Amazon is Elastic Beanstalk, which we will be discussing in our curriculum. So let me show you the AWS Management Console. Okay, here is Elastic Beanstalk that comes under compute. So it is a platform as a service. Now I hope all of you have signed up for this free tier account. If you have not, I would recommend you do it today. It's free of cost. Only $1 will be deducted from your credit card or debit card for the authentication purpose. If you are in India, only 2 rupees will be deducted, and that again will be put back in your account. It's just for the authentication purpose. Okay, so $1 million question is, what do you get in the free tier? Because In the real world, internet especially, nothing comes for free. But companies are still providing something called free with some terms and conditions applied, right? So there are some terms and conditions applied with AWS as well, okay? They have taken our credit card or debit card details. If we use AWS resources just like that, they will say, okay, we will bill you end of the month. However, if you use it wisely, okay, if you use it within the limits, then trust me, they are not going to take even a single penny from your card, from your credit card or debit card. It is coming from somebody who is using AWS for past 4 years, and I can bet that they are not going to deduct even a single penny if you are using it wisely and well within the limits. Okay, so the question is, what do you get in free tier? AWS free tier, you get 750 hours of Amazon EC2, that is Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, so in a month, there are 745 hours or 744 hours. They are giving you more than that. Okay, 750 hours they are giving you. So one instance you can run 24 hours, 24/7 basis, not more than one. If you are going to use more than one, there will be a cost attached to it. And that too instance has got to be a T2.micro, okay, which is the very basic instance. T2.micro, it cannot be anything else. It has got to be T2.micro. 5 gigabytes of Amazon S3. What is Amazon S3? It is simple storage service. We all are aware about Dropbox. Dropbox uses Amazon S3 at the backend. So you sign up for Dropbox, how much space you get? 2.5 gigabytes, I guess, 2 gigabytes or 2.5 gigabytes. But with Amazon S3, you get 5 gigabytes every month free of cost. Okay. 750 hours of relational database service and 1 million free requests per month for AWS Lambda. We will be discussing AWS Lambda in our curriculum. Okay, and so this is a very useful link I'm sharing with all of you. Are you getting my links that I'm sharing on chat in Telepath team? It's going to organizers only. I don't know why. They have made some settings like this that it's only going to organizer. Not to worry. All right. So let us shoot back to our AWS Management Console. This is how it looks like. So we were talking about 16 regions. If I click here and click count the number of regions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. However, in AWS documentation, it was mentioned 16 regions. So where are the 2 regions gone? Okay, let me tell you, the 2 regions are AWS Gov Cloud, that is government cloud, and another one is in Beijing, China. Now, Chinese government is very peculiar about internet usage, so they have made available the Beijing region only for Chinese public, not for anyone else outside of China. So if you are in China, you can use Beijing region as well. However, outside China, we cannot access that. Okay. Now, Gov Cloud, which is missing from here. Okay. Gov Cloud, which is missing from here, is mandatory for government agencies only like FBI, CIA, and all the government agencies. Okay, it's not for the general public. So that's the reason we only have 14 regions here and not more than that. Now, the question is, what all are we going to cover in AWS Solutions Architect Associate exam? Okay, so we will be covering EC2. EC2 is a vast topic. We have elastic load balancer, auto scaling, and that as well. We have EBS, that is elastic block store. We will be discussing elastic beanstalk, Lambda, S3, which is simple storage service. We will be discussing Glacier, storage gateway, RDS, DynamoDB. We will be discussing VPC, CloudFront, Direct Connect, Route 53, Snowball, we will be discussing, and CloudWatch, CloudFormation, if time permits, CloudTrail as well, OpsWorks, and we are going to discuss IAM, that is Identity and Access Management. So these are the main services. There are around 50 plus services with Amazon. It's not possible for, I don't think that it's practically possible to master all the 50 services, but yes, that's the reason they have divided it into the groups. Like we are focusing on solutions architect level, and we will cover all the services which are important from the exam point of view, as well as the services a solution architect should know. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Dheeraj. A quick question.
Yeah.
What exactly an AWS solution architect do? What is his primary job there?
So solution architect is basically a person, he's a cloud engineer who works on the various services. He works on VPC, that is virtual private cloud.
Okay.
He works on EC2 troubleshooting. So if any issue arises, so in order to be a good solutions architect, you should have some Linux knowledge. Okay, you should be good with Linux, not expert on Linux, but some good knowledge, basic knowledge about Linux, some basic knowledge about networking, some Windows, something about Windows, and okay. So these are the main pillars of a solutions architect. So as a solutions architect, you will be working on one of these services like Elastic Beanstalk. You will get tickets on daily basis, and client will say this is not working or this service is not working for him. You will deep dive into it and you will fix the issues for the client. Okay, or
So
for the
I would
company you are working.
Yeah, I would like to know mainly on this IAM, incidents and access management, right?
Yeah, that is identity and access management.
Sorry, okay, identity. So I think it is more or less a security issue that providing access to the particular authorized users and revoking the permissions and all these kind of things will be done in that, right?
Yeah, you are absolutely correct.
Okay. So my next question is, okay, people say that platform as a service, software as a service, and infrastructure as a service, right? So what do we actually mean by platform as a service or software as a service? What do we actually mean by that, actually saying that thing? See, suppose I have, regarding this cloud computing, I have one basic idea that, see, as you took an example, right? So say suppose Amazon is a website, right? And say per day there will be in general we can say that per day we will have 1,000 users. On a normal day we have 1,000 users on Amazon site. So basically it is hosting a data center in one particular region and the service is fine. Say suddenly there is a sale going on Amaze for particular 2-3 days, and so normally the population on Amazon site will be 1,000, But whereas in the sale days, the count will be increased, say suppose to 10,000 or say some around 20,000. So that particular time, the server gets impacted, and then we'll have latency in server output and all, right? The
Yeah,
site will be
correct.
very slow. So
Yes.
being say that now the services are in general, the services will be on any data center, right? Not on cloud. So we move it to cloud, and wherein in such kind of situations we take the help of cloud computing, and then we resolve it. We make the access faster rate. That is, in suppose in a what do you say, in a not planned manner, we provide services quickly, right?
Yeah, that's right.
But how do we exactly do this thing?
So that is something which we will be learning in the whole curriculum. Okay, we will
Okay.
take each and every service one by one, and I will give you a detailed demonstration.
Okay.
I will give you a detailed demonstration.
Okay.
So like what exactly the particular service does. So the whole demonstration will be given to you. Okay.
Okay.
So
Please
yeah,
don't mind,
today's
because
class
yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Go
today's
ahead.
class is the first class, and it will be more of the theory.
Okay.
From the next class onwards, we will be doing more of hands-on. So it will be 70 to 80% hands-on, and 20 to 25% theory.
Okay.
All right.
And Dheeraj, Alok here. You mentioned that to work as a AWS solution architect, a person should have knowledge of networking. But like I don't have any knowledge of networking. So will it be a problem to get into first role into AWS?
Not really, because networking is required in dealing with issues like VPC, virtual private cloud. So again, AWS is the course that does not demand a person to be master of some particular technology. However, AWS, as is the global environment, it wants that you should be a master of few things rather than jack of a particular thing. Okay, so yes, a little bit of networking knowledge is required. It's not mandatory. That little bit knowledge I will be providing to you.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
hope
All
you
right.
have said it in reverse, Dheeraj. It is a master of one thing and jack of all, right?
Master of one, jack of all. Yeah, that's correct. I'm bad with metaphors and paraphrases, so I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. Let me
Yeah.
tell you one thing, that among all the people, I am the person who is extremely with less experience. I can say that it is my starting of my career, and I am just 1.5 year experience. I have very basic idea that how these services work, or how cloud services work, or anything I can say. But to be frank, I have a bit knowledge on networking, that what is the switch, what is the router, what is the cable, and all these things. And coming to a database, I have knowledge on RDBMS, but not on servers, but only a database like SQL, PL SQL. And next, coming to Windows, I can perfectly install an operating system and have a troubleshooting on that. And any software related to third parties or related to Microsoft products, I can install it and uninstall it, as well as I also have some knowledge on antivirus things. Okay. So to
Yeah,
me,
that's good.
yeah, to me, what say what region of this AWS services will be helpful to me to develop my career?
So okay. First of all, solutions architect is the first and basic step. Okay, let's
Okay.
get familiar with solutions architect. It's a 1 month course, and uh, after 1 month, you will get a better picture, or you will have a clearer picture that okay, what exactly is your direction and where you need to go.
Okay.
Okay. So my suggestion is just get your hands on with this AWS Solutions Architect, and
Okay.
after that you can plan that you want to, if you are good with development, you like Java, C, C++, you can go with the developer associate exam. Or if you think that no, I'm good with networking or Linux administration or Windows administration, then you can go for the sysops associate exam. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that is how you plan things up. And yeah, the first and foremost level is solutions architect, which
Okay.
anybody who is planning to build a career in AWS, this one is mandatory. Okay.
Okay. So to which part of this will this IAM comes to? It is a Windows System Administration Certificate, SysOps.
No, IAM is a part of solutions architect only. Okay. Yeah, it's part of solutions architect, and it comes in security, identity, and compliance. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a security feature, and we will have a separate class on IAM, that is identity and access management, and we will take the things in detailed way there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so first of all of us, I believe 4 people are there, and all of us have opened a free tier account on
I have not
AWS.
opened the video.
Okay, you have not opened, so please do it today.
Okay.
All right. And apart from that,
Can I just know
we
that how
have,
to create a free tier account?
yeah, it's very simple. You just need to go to Google. Okay, let me open another browser, that is Chrome. You just need to go to Google and type AWS Management Console,
Okay.
and the first link that comes up, not the paid one, the first link that comes up, you can go to it, and it will ask you create an AWS account.
Okay.
Create an AWS account, and after that it will you have to check this box, I am a new user. You will
Okay.
type in your email ID here, okay,
Okay.
at gmail.com, and you will say sign in using your secure server.
Okay.
After that, it will ask for your name, your email address.
Okay.
It will ask you to enter a password, and you will create an account, and after that it will ask for your details like your credit card or debit card details. So only 2 rupees will be deducted from your account.
Okay.
However, that too will be refunded. It's just for the authentication purpose, and yeah, so it's quite easy. So once you are through, you will get a console somewhat like this. Okay, this is the AWS Management Console, and
Okay.
on the top right hand side, you will be able to see the different regions, like
Okay.
in Northern Virginia, or let us go in Mumbai. In Mumbai, I want to check the number of data centers, so I go in EC2, and in EC2 I have 2 data centers. One is AP South 1A and AP South 1B. Okay,
Okay.
so similarly, let us check for Northern Virginia. We have around 4 data centers there, so it will reflect in EC2. I scroll down, and we have US East 1A, US East 1B, 1D, and 1E. Earlier 5 data centers used to be there, but 1C is currently under maintenance or something. It's not reflecting here. Okay, now you can check your bills here. You can check your bills here under your name. Okay, you will find my account, my billing dashboard, and my security credentials. So if you go in my account, it will give you the complete information about your account, and it will give you, you can go in bills, and it will give you the complete information about the bills that you have incurred so far. Okay,
Okay.
and yes, so one very important thing that I want to discuss is you can create an alarm. Okay, let's say that you never know that whenever you have exceeded the limit, so you want to have an alarm mechanism that whenever your bill goes above $2, there should be an email shoot to you. Okay,
Okay.
and you come to know, okay, I have exceeded the $2, you will refer to this account, and you can just turn off the services that are consuming your money. So for that, you go to preferences. Okay,
Okay.
you check mark these two options: receive PDF invoice by email and receive billing alerts, and save preferences.
Okay.
Okay, and after that, once this is done, we can go here, manage billing alerts. Okay, so it will basically take us to CloudWatch, which is the monitoring service for AWS, and
Okay.
I will go inside billing, and in billing I will create an alarm, and the alarm name would be, I will say next. Okay, okay, it's asking me to select, please select a metric before continuing. So the metric that I want to select is Route 53, billing metrics. Okay, and in billing metrics, I want USD as the baseline. Okay, I will say next, and I will give the alarm a name like billing alarm, and I will go in description and type the same thing here. So whenever my bill goes above $2, I should get an email. So select a notification list. I can create a new list. So I will give it a name as my bills, and I will type in my notification. Okay, space is not allowed, so I can put an hyphen, and I will type in my email ID. Okay, I can put just dummy email ID at gmail.com, and that's it. I will say create an alarm. So whenever it will give me a confirmation link at my email ID, I will click on that confirmation link, and this will get activated. Okay, this alarm thing will get activated, and whenever I exceed above $2, Amazon will shoot an email to my inbox, and I will come to know. Okay,